I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm done with yesterday. Fada, fada. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown.
All right. Yeah, so this is the second time of me trying to do this stream. First time my internet kind of stopped working right whenever I was trying to download the template for this website that we're making. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to work this time. So far so good, but you know, I'm not going to jinx it or anything, or at least I'm trying not to. This is a website that I've previously made for Osbeorn. Sorry, I can't talk today. And you guys can see, I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't look too bad. All the buttons match. You can see the colors are different, but they're all like the same style. It's, you know, they're nice. This website takes advantage of Google's material design. So you can see whenever I click the buttons, they have this cool like bubble effect, and that sort of tracks where you're clicking it from. It's really nice. And it's a lot of really small things like that that make this website really awesome looking. I also made the website for a friend who wants to start up a business. It is backyardpcs.com. Sorry, my cookies in my browser will not let me go there. There we go. You guys can see this is Backyard PCs. I made this site as well, and it looks pretty awesome in my opinion. You can see some of the buttons are a little bit different, but it's still taking advantage of Google's material design. And a lot of the sites I make also take advantage of the light and dark theme on iPhones, Androids, Macs, and Windows PCs. So you guys can see here, if I change the color scheme to light, this website also goes light, which is a really awesome thing, and I'm a huge fan of that. We'll go ahead and put my computer back on the dark theme. But this is a really awesome feature, in my opinion. You know, I think it's really awesome looking. It works on phones, tablets, works on everything. It's really great. So let's go ahead and close that. I'm going to be trying to make a site for my for a company that I help run. It's called Osbeorn. We host servers for Minecraft. We host, we host servers for anything. But we also have Minecraft servers that you can play on, like, you know, such as like Hypixel as an example. That's not something that we host, but it's something that is similar to what we're doing. So I'm bad at explaining stuff. Let's go ahead and build a website for Osbeorn. So I have a template that I've downloaded right here from Material Design Bootstrap. I'll go ahead and show you the way it looks here. It looks really nice in my opinion. You can see this is sort of some of it. You can see, let's come back in here. You can see there's this one right here. And these are all different options that we can use. And there's this one right here. So pretty nice. For some reason, it does not look like the one that I wanted to download, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and actually take a look here. I'll show you where you can download these from. If you go to materialdesignbootstrap.com and you go down to free templates, we'll see if it'll load for us. It's probably, oh, maybe it will. You can see this is the one that I downloaded right here. And if we click on that, you can see we can do a live preview. And this is what it looks like. So, pretty nice. There's different styles and stuff that you can get. There's different versions of each template, which is nice. So you can see there's different things you can use. These are premium pages right here, so you would have to pay for these. But, I mean, honestly, they look really awesome. So I think it's worth it, depending on your budget for your company. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and close that now. And we're going to go ahead and start editing this and getting some of our information on there. So we'll go ahead and open up the index right here, which is the home page. And I would like to find an image for this background right here. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one right here. I think this one looks a little bit nicer. And I'm going to get rid of the live background and stuff, and it's going to be a little bit cleaner. But yeah, so hopefully this will look good. I'm going to go ahead and open up my inspect element here, and I'm actually going to add that into the thing that you're looking at here. So let me do that really quick. Okay, so it's going to be pretty small. Actually, let me move that. There you go. It's going to be pretty small, but hopefully you can still sort of follow along to what I'm doing here. And I'm not expecting anybody to really understand what I'm doing, but I'm just doing this to show you all how I make sites here. So this one is not going to take advantage of the Windows dark theme or light theme or anything. So sorry. Let's go ahead and do a purple gradient 4K. This is what I look up to find cool images to use for backgrounds. And the Osbeorn colors are purple, turquoise, sometimes green, you know. And so I'm trying to find a background that's going to have a lot of those colors in it. So like this one looks really nice, but we've already used that on one of our pages. This one looks nice, but that's a stock video, it looks like. Oh, no, it's not. No, that's just a product. So yeah, I want to find something that's it's an image, hopefully 4K, because I want it to not look really blurry if you're viewing it on a high resolution display, which some people are. So I want to find something that looks clean and minimalistic and is also high resolution. So this one looks really nice. I'm going to open that and okay. Issues with OBS. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. That's not good. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna name this file home.jpg. All right. So we'll go ahead and download that. And there's actually a lot of really good ones. I'm going to bookmark this page right here. Okay, because I really like this selection of backgrounds here. So we'll go ahead and close that now and close that as well. And I want to go ahead and drag this home.jpg onto my desktop. That's already there. Never mind. And we're going to go ahead and put this under image, and I'll just put it right in there. Okay. Hopefully you guys are following me. We're going to go ahead and go back to the main directory here. Let's open up this right here, and I want to go into my inspect element here, and we're going to go ahead and replace the background. Let's see here. It's been a while since I've worked with a carousel type background where you can change the image and stuff. So hopefully you guys can bear with me here. Let's get rid of let's see, I believe this is the one that we're on right now. Yes, no, it's not. And maybe I can just completely get rid of that and just add a background manually. I don't know, I think I got rid of the text. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've worked with one of these backgrounds that you can change. So nope, don't get rid of that. Okay, so that's that. These should no longer do anything. Yeah, they don't. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and add a background into the area here. Let's make sure we're selecting the correct thing. hopefully. Okay, see background color right here? You can change that color. I want to remove the background color and replace that with background image. And then we'll do a URL. And then right inside of these, put that right there. Nope, that's not what I want to put in there. And I'm not prepared. Let's see. I don't remember if it's a URL or not. I don't think it is, but we're gonna see. Image home.jpg. Nope. That's not what it is. Let's get rid of the URL here. Okay. So I'm gonna use this right here because I don't really like some files can be added. Okay. Oops. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. So I don't really like hosting images from the web server. It's just easier to have it hosted for me. But that's kind of personal preference. All right, so we'll go ahead and copy this now. And these, if you use this website, they stay here forever. So we'll go ahead and add our background here. Boom, there you go. So now we have a full background on our site. That took way too long, but like I said, it's been a really long time since I've worked with a carousel background. So you got to understand where I'm coming from. Let's go ahead and change this up here. I'm probably just going to remove this altogether because we don't really need it. And if I end up needing it, I'll add a different one from Material Design Bootstrap. So let's go ahead and get rid of that right there. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this stuff that comes with this. And I'm going to rename this right here to Osbeorn Anarchy. Okay, because that's what we're doing. That's what we're making a page for. And we'll go ahead and change the size of the text over here. Got to find where they put that font size. Looks like it's not using that though. Here it is. Here we go. And then if I make this smaller, the text kind of resizes. Let's make it a phone. See, this is what I don't want right here. This is what causes problems. I want it to be viewable on all devices. So we'll go ahead and make it a little bit smaller until it's legible. There we go. And this is like the worst case scenario if you're on a really like not wide phone, right? If you're on a really skinny phone. So hopefully this will work. This is like kind of worst case scenario. Like I said, let's go ahead and get rid of that now. So it looks pretty clean. We'll go ahead and rename the text underneath it. The best, no, I'm not going to say the best Anarchy server. We'll say an all new approach to Minecraft Anarchy. Right? We'll actually get rid of the period there. So there you go. And I'm going to come through and do spelling corrections and stuff after I've gotten everything on here. So if there's something I don't spell right, that's why. Let's go ahead and come down here. I want this site to have a dark theme because I think it's going to look a lot cleaner. I would prefer a dark theme on this page. Now, if you don't want to do a dark theme, it's completely up to you. It's, you know, if you're going to make a site using this video, this live stream, you can do whatever you want with your site. I'm not trying to make a site for you. I can make a site for you, but that's not really what we're going over right now. So also, if you're doing a dark theme, don't really make the text as light as you can possibly go. Make it like a super light gray, right? Because you don't want, it just doesn't look right if the text is all perfect, bright white. Sometimes it can if you're on like an OLED display on like a phone or something, but 9 times out of 10 people aren't. and it just won't look very good. So that's up to you. You can do whatever you want, but personally, I'm going to make it a super light shade of gray just because, in my opinion, it looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer. So that's that. Let's go ahead and change the background color here. This is for whenever you hover on the button. So we'll go ahead and add the hover tag right there. And we'll go ahead and change this. I'm going to make all the buttons when you hover on them an orange color, because that's sort of the color that we plan to use for Osbeorn Anarchy, and I'm probably going to change this background to make that match as well. Okay, and if this has a line through it, and when you hover on the buttons and stuff, it's not doing anything, all you have to do is go to the very end of here and type in !important, and that will allow this to function. You guys can see now whenever we hover on these buttons, they function correctly with the hover tag and stuff. So that's what you want. That's good. Let's go ahead and get rid of that now. You guys can see. Perfect. Let's go ahead and change this right here. We could make them darker, which actually might not look that bad. I'm kind of liking that. Or we could do like a light or something. But I think I'm going to actually make them darker. Or even better, you could make them that same orange color, but make it like sort of lighter, if that makes sense, right? And then we can go ahead and make the text black, make it slightly transparent. You guys can see now, in my opinion, those look pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and make the buttons darker. We'll make them slightly transparent as well, so that if we're working with a different background color, it'll just kind of match, right? So that is that. You can actually make the text color orange. This is a trick that I used on the main Osbeorn website. Here you guys can see the text color. You can see it's blue, and whenever you hover over the button, the background goes blue, and they basically swap, right? And that's a really nice UI trick that you can do, and it's great. So we'll go ahead and make this background a little bit darker, actually. And there we are. Those are our buttons. I might change them later. I don't know. I think they look pretty awesome right now, though, right? And the dark theme is really looking great. So that's that. That's all done. We'll go ahead and obviously come back and change the information. Right now, I'm doing the CSS editing for the most part, except for this up here. So all the text and the images you see, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be HTML, which is sort of what displays the information. The CSS for a website is what gives the color, and like when you hover over buttons, it's CSS that's changing this stuff. Sometimes the icons can be CSS, sometimes they're HTML. These ones are HTML. Like these buttons on here, those are all CSS. The information displayed inside of them is HTML though, right? So hopefully you guys are following that. Let's go ahead and update. Actually, let's not update anything just yet. Let's make all these orange as well. So we'll go ahead and change the color here. And these are using Font Awesome icons, which are really popular for newer websites. They're really easy to load, so if you're on a slow internet connection, they're really nice. And they're also obviously high resolution because it's just a font type. So really nice. I love Font Awesome icons. You guys can see now all the icons in here are orange, and they all match with the color scheme, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and replace these images here. Actually, let's not do that just yet. I'm probably going to do that off camera, or I'm probably going to do that off stream. Because I don't have any images to use for this site yet, except for images like this background. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me take a look at the chat. Nothing's going on in there. Okay, cool. So that is done. We're gonna go ahead and change this background as well. We'll see what bright orange looks like, but I don't think I'm gonna end up using that. Actually, that doesn't look that bad. I kind of like that, to be honest. I'll leave it like this for now. But I may end up coming in and changing it. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. So you can see now if I hover over these, they're dark. And we'll make the border color black whenever I hover over them. See? Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of the border. I don't like it. So we'll go ahead and also get rid of this border. Gone. There we go. And we'll change the regular background color. We'll make them a little darker. There we go. And I'll make the text color orange. All right. And then if I hover over them, you can see pretty clean. I like it. We'll go ahead and add the hover tag right here, and I'm going to make this a little bit darker just so it actually makes a difference. There you are. There's some UI tricks for you. So let's go ahead and get rid of these social media icons. I don't like them. They're not necessary for what we're doing here. There we go. Let's also add, let's come over here. You guys can see padding is 24 on the top. Let's make it 24 on the bottom as well. And now those buttons are centered. And this is all part of CSS and HTML a little bit. So those should stay. Copyright. Osbeorn doesn't have like a professional copyright, so I'm just going to say website designed by, and then I will change this to Jonas Watley. And if I'm not mistaken, this is what I did on this one as well. Yep. Osbeorn Media is managed by Jonas Watley, so I'll make that go right here as well, actually. And did I capitalize everything? Nope. Okay, so there we go. It looks the same, right? So that looks nice. I'm going to keep that. These buttons, I'm going to go ahead and actually change these as well. I'll change the information in them. So this one's going to say server IP. And then this right here, I'm going to replace that icon in just a moment. Then this one, I'm actually going to get rid of that. Nope. I'm going to get rid of this button if I can find it. I'm going to get rid of this button. There we go. Sorry, I confused myself. Yeah, so server IP, that'll be down here. And then I'm going to make it so that whenever you click it, it copies the IP. So, or it could take you to a whole separate page where it shows you like, here's the server IP. Okay, so web design is done. Our website's looking good in my opinion. Good, not great. I don't want it to look amazing just yet. It's not supposed to. But we have a nice, presentable website. So we're going to go ahead and actually save our CSS now. So the way I like to do that is highlight things that you've changed and find where your CSS is that you've edited. So in this case right here, mdb.min.css. And that'll go ahead and open up in a tab right here. Go ahead and obviously your HTML is going to be right up here. I'll show you how to copy that in a moment. Right here, the background, that is bootstrap.min.css. And for the most part, if you're using these same templates, these are the two things that you'll be changing. Nothing else, unless you've set up your own CSS, which I'm not going to talk about in this stream. That's irrelevant. So yeah, these are the two that we've edited. So I'm actually going to go ahead and come in here to our files for our site. You can see CSS and mdb.min.css, and that is right here. We'll go ahead and open that up, and we can go ahead and highlight all this, Control A and Control C to copy, Control A and Control V to paste, and save that. And now go ahead and find bootstrap.min.css, do the same thing. And there you go. So we'll go ahead and save that as well. And there you go. So that's done. We'll go ahead and actually copy our HTML now as well. Find that. So in this case, this is not, we'll go ahead and make this our index. I don't remember. I don't think this is index. Yeah, but it's about to be. So there you go. I did not save that. Give me just a moment, guys. Sorry. Save. There we go. Open that up. You guys can see now. Does this stuff look familiar? I think so. This did not change because we did not update the CSS for that. We'll do that real quick here. So that is done. We now have a pretty decent looking page in my opinion. You guys can see this did not save like I said. So we'll go ahead and fix that. We will open up our HTML here. Okay. And we can go ahead and change this. So let me find it really quick here. There we go. Orange. There we are. We'll go ahead and find that. So that's style.min.css. So I forgot to update that. We'll go ahead and do that real quick here. CSS. Style, and we'll go ahead and update that. So now that is updated. You guys can see if I go ahead and reload this page, it stays and it's orange. So that's nice. Also, what's really nice with a local, live site that we're doing right here, we're just reading it from the files. it doesn't save any of this stuff in your cookies, which is great. That's why when I build a site, I do it offline. This is not being hosted by anything. It's about to be hosted by GitHub, which is right here. But while we're building the website, always do it locally. It saves you so much time and effort having to clear your cookies and open it in an incognito window. It's stupid. Don't do it. Just host it locally, offline right here. No one else can access any of this except for you. So that's nice. For now, I'm just going to grab some pictures of Minecraft Anarchy. Okay, I'm just going to Google Minecraft Anarchy, and we'll just find some pictures, right? I'm not going to use these in the final site. Maybe I'll use some of them. I don't know. This one looks nice, 720p. Your little pictures inside of your site like these don't need to be anything higher than 720p. You can do higher than that if you have them already. But if you're just looking for pictures and all there is 720p, don't worry about it. It's completely fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and replace this image here. You can see, boom. And now I'll go ahead and make this talk about anarchy. So we'll say, welcome to Osbeorn Anarchy. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get rid of these actually, because we don't need all of this. We can work with just one. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and replace this text right here. So we'll go ahead and make this, not that one. We'll replace this one right here. We'll go ahead and make this one say something talking about, let's talk about anarchy, obviously, because that's what this is all about. Let's see. Osbeorn Anarchy is one of the latest anarchy servers in town. Just say something like that. You can obviously add more to this if you want. I'm going to make it say this just for now. So we'll go ahead and replace that with nothing and replace that with nothing. There you go. Boom. I'm going to add more text to that later. This is pretty lame. I know. Like I said, I'm going to change it. Let's go ahead and get rid of this button right here. I want to keep a button right here because it makes your site look a lot more full, right? So I'm going to go ahead and change this button right here. We'll go ahead and have it say, check it out. Okay, just like that. And this download icon, not going to work, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Font Awesome Icons. Font Awesome Icons. These are really great. They're all free. There's a dedicated website, fontawesome.com. I will add this to the description after this stream is over. By the way, this stream is going to stay public, so you can watch it later if you want to. We'll go ahead and search for, let's see, what did it say? Check it out. So we'll have like a check, right? We'll do that. We'll have this, just a basic, simple. I like the look of some of these. I like this one. Looks clean. Okay. And here you are. You can see there's the different spots where it curves and stuff. It's nice. So we'll go ahead and find the code for this. Here it is. Copy that HTML. You can also highlight certain parts of it if you want. That's up to you. And I'm just going to go ahead and change the thing right here. Get rid of this class right here. And there you go. We now have a little checkbox. You want to go ahead and make sure you add some spacing to that. So just add some padding. We'll do like 10. That might actually be a little bit too much, but I think it's fine for now, right? So we'll go ahead and do that. Looks clean. I like it. It matches. It's a nice little check. Easy to see. That's awesome. So there we go. Let's see. This looks really great so far. We are going to add a dedicated page for this where it says check it out, and that's going to bring you to a page. It's going to be a pretty text-heavy page. It's going to have a lot of text on it. It's going to be talking about what our server has, what it doesn't have. It'll have a link to it, or it'll have a link to a form. So if you have any like suggestions for it, you can go there. Stuff like that. So that looks good. We'll go ahead and actually get rid of everything else on this page because we don't need anything else for the most part. We're going to go over, or I'm going to go over some other stuff that you can use here, which is nice. So you guys will have some more options. So this is what we have so far. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so this is what we have on our page. We could totally just have this page. It doesn't look that bad. It's pretty minimal. There's not very much on it, but it would work. But obviously I want to go ahead and add some more. So let's go ahead and go to Material Design Bootstrap. And we're going to go ahead and go over here to, I believe it is components. No, it is not components. Design blocks. Okay. And this is where you can get a lot of inspiration as well as these design blocks that you see. So if you really like the look of this one right here, you can click on that. It'll bring you to another page where you can get the HTML for it, and the CSS is already built into your site because it's just all using the same CSS. You can see that's why it's not in there. So that's pretty awesome in my opinion. That's why I like to use Material Design Bootstrap, because all these things you can use, it's almost like drag and drop. It's really easy. Right, so let's go ahead and find some stuff here. Content, this is probably what we would be looking for. You can see like a nav bar. So up at the top of your site, if you want to add some links to something, you can do that with these. Really nice and easy to do. If you have pricing for like server hosting, for example, which we're going to be doing, you can add those. In my opinion, this one here in the middle looks really nice. This one right here on the right also looks pretty nice. So look through these. If you're wanting to build a site, this is a great place to go. So we're going to go ahead and just use the content here, and I'm going to grab this one right here. I think this looks nice. It'll match this one right here. It'll be pretty similar, but it won't be the exact same. Right? So let's go ahead and copy this right here, and we're going to go ahead and add that inside of here. So we'll go ahead and select that, edit as HTML, find the bottom of it right here. Boom. So now that is in, and it looks pretty nice. It looks like it's using its own dedicated background and shadows. Go ahead and get rid of those shadows in there. There you go. Now it matches a little bit better. You can see this image is clickable. We don't really want that. So we'll go ahead and come over here and get rid of the link. Okay, now it is no longer clickable. So that is good. I like it. It's looking nice. Looks to me, actually, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this right here. Edit as HTML. Copy that, and we're gonna replace this right here with that. Looks a little bit better in my opinion. And actually, you can probably move it if you really wanted to. I think it's perfectly fine. And actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really liking the look of this, so just delete it. Okay, and then we can go ahead and add in another one right here. So copy, paste. There you go. We're gonna go ahead and probably space them out a little bit more. So let's take a look here. Let's see. I'm just gonna double the spacing that's currently here on this one right here. So if we scroll down here, padding, we'll do like 20, something like that. You can even do something a little bit higher. You can do 25, and then on this one right here above it, we'll go ahead and add 25 below it. That looks a lot better in my opinion. You can see these buttons looking pretty nice, but I want them to have different colors whenever you click on them or hover over them or whatever. So I'm going to replace this inside here gray. These come with different ones, so we'll do blue. You can see now it is blue, but I want the buttons to still match, right? So I'm going to go ahead and change the background here to the same one up there. The color can be, we'll do purple for this, just for this example. I might actually leave it like that. I think it looks pretty clean. And then whenever you hover over it, I want to go ahead and make this background color the same shade of purple and make sure it's actually using that. There you go. Perfect. They match, right? So that looks pretty awesome if you ask me. We're going to go ahead and change this welcome to Osbeorn Anarchy here. We'll take a look at, or we'll go ahead and add, let's see, plugins. Okay. We'll actually change that. Osbeorn Anarchy plugins, right? You want these titles to be pretty lengthy. because if they don't have, you know, more than like 3 words or something, then they don't look very good. Okay, so that looks pretty good in my opinion. We'll go ahead and change this. We'll make it say Osbeorn Anarchy has lots of great plugins while keeping a vanilla experience. All right. So there you go. In my opinion, that looks pretty nice. This is a good way to start up your site. I'm probably going to leave it like this. We'll go ahead and change the image though. So we'll open up a new tab, Minecraft plugins, images. I just want like a nice image, right? So let's see here. I like the look of this, but it has Shockbite branding in it, and I don't like Shockbite, so we're not going to put that in there. This one's not too bad. You can see mob heads. I don't know. That doesn't really have any relation to plugins, but you know, it would work. This is one of the difficult parts about you know, building a website is finding images. We'll use this image because it's literally big bold letters, plugins. It'll work fine. I'm gonna come in here and change all these though before this site goes public, most likely. You can see this one's also orange, so it'll match. So yeah, I mean that's it. That's our site. I'm gonna link these other pages off stream, but we have a pretty good looking site in my opinion. And this is obviously not done yet, but it's a good starting point. And this is going to offer a really awesome, you know, way to grow your site. You know, this is a good starting point. Like I said, you know, you can grow this into something bigger, and I think it'll work. I'm going to change this background though, and we bookmarked this, I believe, in the last stream. You can see this one looks good. It's orange. It looks nice. So we'll go ahead and download this original resolution, and I'm going to use this website right here. Let's reset here. And this is basically image hosting or file hosting. And it basically gives you a URL for your image. So that'll go ahead and do that. Click it, right click, open a new tab, and this is a permanent link to this image. Okay, I don't think it fully loaded. There we go. Okay. Oops. Reload. Control C. Let's go over to our site here. And I want to replace this background image with something a little bit different. Okay, so I think it's looking pretty good. I forgot where I put the image HTML. I'm gonna have to find that. Here it is. Whoops. Change the URL here. And that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and see, can we change the position of this? I don't remember. I don't think that's how you do it. It's been a while since I've done that. Anyway, it looks good. It's legible. I think it'll be perfectly fine. And it matches. It's the same colors that we plan to be using. So yeah, guys, that is what we have so far. I'm going to put this onto GitHub so that we can have this as a page. But so far, so good. If you guys want to see more streams like this, let me know. I can totally do them. I think for now, this is sort of a good starting point, and this will work. So I know I didn't do a very good job at explaining stuff. It is what it is. Sorry. But yeah, so like I said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to upload this to the Osbeorn YouTube channel as well. And I will see you all in the next video or live stream.